From the fast action of the trading pit to the power brokers making the headlines, you'll hear it all on the Traders Network Show with your host, Michael Yorba. All right. Michael interviews the front page titans about the latest in trading tools and market trends in stocks, commodities, bonds, forex, and derivatives. The Traders Network helps you stay ahead of the curve and delivers tomorrow's trade today. Yeah. Now, here's your host, Michael Yorba.
Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. Thanks for joining us. Broadcasting to you live from the Dallas KFXR 1190 AM iHeart Media Studios and worldwide through yorbamedia.com. All right, my first guest today, Dr. Robert Hariri, Chairman, MYOS Corporation, symbol MYOS on the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. Now, Dr. Robert Hariri is a surgeon, biomedical scientist, highly successful entrepreneur in two sectors, biomedicine and aerospace. There is a whole litany of accomplishments to this man's name, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on my end without letting Dr. Hariri come in and get onto the show and tell us a little bit about his background. We'll get into the breakthrough technology he brings to humanity and the markets. Dr. Hariri, welcome to the show. Oh, looks like we have a little technical problem here at Clear Channel. Anyway, this is a bionutritional product, and the product is really about muscle mass, and it's about bringing on the muscle. Dr. Hariri, I guess we've got him on the line.
Hi, how are you? Bob Hariri here.
Okay, thanks for showing up. I appreciate that. How are you?
I'm terrific.
I gave the audience just a little bit of a high overview about your entrepreneurial success, your background as a surgeon, a biomedical scientist, but let me back up a little bit and let you introduce yourself to the audience, and then we'll get right into what MYOS does.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, I think that I've built an interesting career that was based on experience as a surgeon and as a scientist who focused on identifying novel strategies to treat different complex diseases. The early part of my life, I was focused on brain injury, the role of inflammation in brain injury, and then subsequent to that, I became very, very interested in the emerging field of regenerative medicine, which is using stem cells, these remarkably powerful primordial cells that reside in our bodies, to help treat and combat different diseases and turn back on the natural repair processes that can restore high-quality, high-performing tissues and organs in people who are suffering from a whole variety of maladies. Over the last several years, I've been very fortunate. I've been part of some remarkably exciting companies that have transformed the way we think about treating complex diseases like autoimmune disease, cancer, et cetera. One of those companies, Celgene, is a global leader in biopharmaceuticals for cancer and inflammatory diseases. I've recently started a company with genomics pioneer Craig Venter called Human Longevity, and I've been very fortunate to be part of a company called MYOS, which is completely dedicated to providing effective solutions for people to maintain the quality and performance of their muscle tissue.
How do you do that? How does MYOS do that?
So what's interesting is even in my 30-plus year experience in biomedicine, although we recognize how important skeletal muscle tissue is to our mobility and to our aesthetics and how we look and feel, the large pharmaceutical industry had not devoted a lot of attention into coming up with products that actually improve the quality of the tissue and thereby improve the performance of the individual. So as we all feel it as we age, the quality of our muscle tissue declines. Not only do we lose mass, but we also lose function. Some of us talk about we can't lift as much, we get sore easily, we don't recover from exercise quite as quickly. All of those things represent a degenerative process called sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is an inevitable loss of both quantity and quality of muscle tissue that affects everybody. Now, it's important because perhaps one of the best ways we can preserve and maintain our healthy lifestyle is to focus attention on preserving our healthy muscle mass. Muscle plays an important role in everything from our metabolism to our ability to produce factors which even stimulate the way our brain functions. So this is one thing everybody today should be concerned about, the quality of their muscle tissue.
I agree. Now, I understand, and I'm very concerned about it. I want to try your product. So in our earlier conversation, you're going to send me some so I could give it a shot, right?
Absolutely.
How is it ingested? How does somebody get your product by the name? Let's give a name to it.
So Fortitropin is the proprietary, scientifically tested product that MYOS has brought to the marketplace as a solution to this degenerative muscle loss that occurs as a consequence of aging or disease. And what Fortitropin is an all-natural derivative of really nature's perfect stem cell. A newly fertilized egg is a totipotent stem cell, and resident in that egg yolk are all of the signaling proteins, all of the lipids necessary to drive the body to stimulate its own natural repair and regenerative processes. And MYOS Corporation devoted a great deal of time and energy at perfecting the method to isolate, stabilize, and then productize that material, Fortitropin, in an easy to consume in the form of a dietary powder that can be found in nutritional bars, parts of beverages, ingredients that you put into things like yogurt, etc. And what that product does is it stimulates the natural muscle-building proteins in your body that help you maintain high-quality, high-performance, lean body mass.
Okay, so it's in bars, you put it in like a milkshake, and I imagine you could probably put it into a myriad of, like when you're cooking breakfast, you could just put it in with the eggs or something of that?
It's a delicious powder that you eat without cooking, okay? It basically comes in a form that you can put on your cereal, or you can put in yogurt. A lot of people just eat the powder directly. Or it comes in a brand new product line that's being introduced by MYOS called the RE line, which stands for Rejuvenate, Rebuild, Restore, Results. That product line will make available to everyone, from the sports nutrition enthusiast to the patient concerned about age management, to the patient who wants to supplement their nutrition while they're combating a disease. They'll have all different forms of Fortitropin available to them, which are delicious, easy to consume, conveniently packaged so they can eat it on the go. And we're hoping that this will become part of everybody's nutritional regimen.
Well, I want to make it a part of my nutritional regimen. How do I get my hands on this product?
So first and foremost, we invite everybody to take a moment and go to the corporate website, which is MYOScorp.com, myoscorp.com, and familiarize themselves with the entire scientific mission of the company as well as the products that are offered. In addition, the product is available in a number of forms that they will see and they will have access to when they take a look on that website. The product is currently available to sports nutrition enthusiasts, sold under a brand name called MYOX, that's found in retailers like GNC and Vitamin Shop and so on. And our RE brand of products, which is an entire line of muscle health products, will be available. We're going to be very public about the launch of this proprietary brand. And the great part about this is it is leveraging the exceptional science that we've developed at MYOS Corporation to show that we can increase protein synthesis and we can inhibit muscle degradation that occurs naturally and occurs as a consequence of illness. In fact, The rebrand of products will rejuvenate muscle with about 20 grams of non-GMO protein plus natural and organic ingredients that help to sustain energy and get patients back to prime condition. And it's going to produce real results in everybody who uses it.
Dr. Hariri, we only have about a minute and a half left. You said a couple of times it's all natural. And I wanted to give you a moment to bring that out to the listening audience.
So we are all concerned about what we put into our bodies. There are lots of ways to supplement your nutrition with products that are found in health food stores, et cetera. Everyone pays attention to where these products are derived from. Fortitropin is derived from an all-natural fertilized chicken egg, which is produced under very, very tight controls without any modification, any genetic modification, any alteration in terms of the feed that the chickens are provided. And so it constitutes one of the most natural, healthy, vigorous products that you can find on the shelf today.
Wow. All right, let's take a break right now and come back. I've got a lot of questions for you about how you compete with Big Pharma and many, many, many more. All right, we'll be right back. All right, on the other side of this break, we're going to come back with Dr. Robert Hariri, chairman of MYOS Corporation, MYOS, symbol on the NASDAQ Stock Exchange, MYOS. We'll be right back.
Hi, friend. Willie Lambright here, your host of Real Estate Talk. Real estate changes people's lives. If you don't think so, join me each Sunday from 1 to 6 o'clock as we do the ins and outs of real estate for you and your family. You'll be glad you did.
February 21st, the biggest Monster Jam action returns to AT&T Stadium for one huge night. Metro PCS presents Monster Jam. Brought to you by Jack in the Box and BKT, the official tire of Monster Jam. See Monster Jam superstars, Monster Energy, Zombie, World Champions Monster Mutt, El Toro Loco, Avenger, Medusa, Brave Dairy, and Max D. Plus, don't miss the debut of Lucas Oil Crusader. And all his seats are still just half price at Ticketmaster and the box office. Additional fees apply. February 21st, AT&T Stadium.
Okay, guys, when it comes to shaving, you've got to check out Harry's.com. Why pay $32 for an 8-pack of blades? Harry's high-quality German-engineered blades are half the price of drugstore brands. Harry's starter set with a razor, 3 blades, and shave cream is just $15 with free shipping. With promo code 6060, you get $5 off your first order. After using code 6060 at checkout, you can get an entire month's worth of shaving for just $10. That's Harry's.com, code 6060.
BTJ Consulting was founded specifically to consult with accredited investors on how best to manage their oil and gas investments. The emphasis is not only on direct participation in drilling projects, but includes opportunities in the purchasing of oil rigs, service and equipment companies, real estate and/or the purchase of royalty interest through lease pooling. This strategy further mitigates risk and spreads their clients' investments over the entire sector whenever possible. For more information, call 469-518-5008 or info@btjconsulting.com. 469-518-5008 or info@btjconsulting.com. That's 469-518-5008 or info@btjconsulting.com. And tell them Yorba sent you.
This is Dr. James, CEO and founder of Diamond Physicians, a direct medicine practice that combines exemplary customer service, state-of-the-art medical technology, compassionate physicians, and 24-hour medical access to revitalize healthcare delivery in America. Diamond is searching for investors to join the solution for rising healthcare costs. We have reached a paradigm shift in the healthcare market. Now is the time to invest in Diamond, a brand that has gained national attention by delivering affordable concierge medicine. Visit diamondphysicians.com/franchise to learn more about franchise opportunities.
This is my car. I mean, it's nothing fancy, but it's nice. Gets me to work and to the mall, though it's kind of trash with all my stuff. I swear there must be 30 CDs laying around. And my workout bag. Oh, and my laptop. Like I said, a mess, right?
It's perfect.
But it's perfect for me. Good gas mileage, and once it's paid off, all mine.
All mine.
Hey, want to go for a drive? Let me get my purse. Just be a second.
Just takes a second.
Where you are, they are. Last year in Texas, car thieves stole roughly 100,000 cars and trucks and burglarized thousands more. They look for anything of value inside, or if you left your keys or failed to lock the doors. When you leave your vehicle, hide your things, lock your car, and take your keys. Remember, you hold the key.
Okay, I'm back. And my car? Where's my car?
This warning from the Texas Auto Burglary and Theft Prevention Authority.
Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host, broadcasting to you live from the Dallas KFXR 1190 AM iHeart Media Studios and worldwide through yorbamedia.com. All right, we have got medical breakthrough technology on the show today. Dr. Robert Hariri, Chairman, MYOS Corporation, symbol on the NASDAQ Stock Exchange, MYOS, web address, myoscorp.com. You're going to want to write that down and check this out. All right, Dr. Hariri, thank you for being on the show again.
Again, my pleasure.
All right, you have got a leg up on Big Pharma. You're a first mover advantage over them. That is an accomplishment in itself, let alone what you're doing for humanity. How are you getting that leg up? Tell our audience what you're doing there.
Well, MYOS Corporation is unique because as a very, very young, early-stage company, it has two pillars of business, bionutrition and biotherapeutics, and was fortunate enough to have acquired this core technology, Fortitropin, and immediately introduced it to the market because it was already regarded as a safe, effective product that didn't require FDA approval to be sold as a dietary supplement, a nutritional product. And what that allowed MYOS to do is, number one, validate the importance and the role of modulating myostatin with an effective product, Fortitropin. Myostatin is a central regulatory protein in the body that plays an important role in muscle health, growing and retaining muscle tissue, and inflammation. And this is a target that Big Pharma is recognizing every day to be important for drug discovery going forward. What's unique is that MYOS Corporation today has an on-the-market solution to controlling that regulatory peptide, while the rest of the pharmaceutical industry has years of development in front of them, many millions to hundreds of millions of dollars of development costs. And we think that provides MYOS Corporation with a very, very unique advantage over the competition.
I can see that it really is. And you're very fast and a nimble company to move. You're not bogged down with all the red tape. Now, you're delivering enhanced muscle health to America and I would assume, throughout the world. Talk to us about that.
Well, MYOS Corporation, again, as a young company, first embarked on delivering this product where we knew there would be traction, where we knew we could validate the effect. That was in the sports nutrition and bodybuilding community. And while this product's early introduction there was quite exciting with tremendous traction in the marketplace, it served to establish a clinical experience foundation upon which we built the strategy to introduce the product into the much broader and attractive markets of age management, treating sarcopenia and cachexia of chronic illness. Those are two disorders. Most of us see those disorders as frailty or wasting. Those syndromes are a principal reason why people combating chronic illnesses have such diminished quality of life. So anything that preserves healthy, lean muscle mass gives a patient a significant advantage in their battle against those diseases. And we believe MYOS Corporation and Fortitropin provide a solution that everyone can use and apply to their overall health strategy, whether it's to compete in next week's 5K on the road or to be able to withstand the rigors of chemotherapy in battling a cancer.
I want to hear more about that. How have you noticed the change by using your product in something as critical as radiation and chemotherapy? This is really earth-shattering stuff. Talk to me about that.
So one thing that clinicians have recognized for hundreds of years is that you can determine simply by looking at a patient their quality of their health by their body habitus. And part of that is their muscle mass, their lean muscle mass, how they're able to support their own skeletal girdle, which is a function of the strength and performance of that muscle. And if I ask anybody on the audience to close their eyes and picture an unhealthy patient, a cancer patient, someone fighting an autoimmune disease, what you would picture in your mind is a frail, wasted individual. Now, what we recognized at MYOS Corporation and was the basis for building the company was that if there was an effective solution which allowed patients to safely increase and drive the production of lean muscle mass, that would pay great dividends regardless of what you were looking to treat, whether it was to make you a better performer on the golf course or to make you more capable of withstanding the very significant attack on your body that occurs when you're combating any disease. And so Fortitropin is the solution. It is an easy to consume, extremely safe product that has been proven to build lean body mass and build muscle tissue. And we are committed at MYOS Corporation to continuing to do the clinical research showing that this should be a part of every health regimen.
Now, I want to dive into that clinical research you're talking about. From my understanding, you've got over 5 million doses that have been out there with zero adverse effects. And I also want to hear about the IP on this.
So it's really interesting. I tell the joke, this product is a derivative of fertilized chicken eggs. So arguably, it has about 100,000-year human safety database because, most humans around the world, when they consume eggs, chicken eggs, they're actually consuming fertilized chicken eggs. So there is an intrinsic safety to any product that is derived from that source. In our experience with millions and millions of doses being deployed, we have no reports from consumers of any adverse effects, which is, it's a tremendous testimonial to just how safe the product is. The science behind this product was we conducted a double-blinded, placebo-controlled, randomized study where we compared 2 different doses of Fortitropin against placebo. And in a 3-month exposure study, so this was not a short-term study, this was 3 months of daily use of product in very tightly controlled patients for exercise, nutrition, and so on, we saw statistically significant increases in lean body mass, reduction in body fat mass at our high dose, and an increase in muscle size in all the patients. But what was really compelling and exciting to us is that those results were accompanied by a reduction in systemic markers of inflammation. And so if you remember from what I said earlier in the broadcast, there is a very important connection between the regulatory systems that control our muscle mass and those systems that are responsible for inflammation in the body. So when you think about objectives for your health, 2 of the things I want you to think about is maintaining healthy lean muscle mass and reducing inflammation in your body.
What about the IP on this? I mean, the intellectual property here, this is something that we need to address.
So fortunately, MYOS Corporation acquired what we thought was a revolutionary asset that really required a great deal of manufacturing and quality refinement to make it a successful commercial product. And so MYOS Corporation already has issued patent coverage on the proprietary methods of manufacturing. We have composition of matter coverage that is in execution, and we have a whole host of indication, utility-specific intellectual property coverage that's in prosecution. MYOS, like any emerging biotherapeutics company, is very sensitive to the currency that's provided by good intellectual property, and we're pursuing that aggressively.
All right, let's give a minute or two to the milestones to recap on this, the milestones for MYOS and what you have, and I want you to be careful about what you say, but what you have planned for the future for this company.
So again, MYOS is a young company. It's about 2.5 years old.
Right.
First couple of years were built on refining the manufacturing and refining our data on the product itself. 2014 was very important because MYOS generated compelling clinical data from that randomized placebo-controlled study. That data helped support the overall business plan of introducing Fortotropin to increase lean body mass and muscle thickness in the whole host of patients in the sarcopenia, cachexia, and sports nutrition marketplaces. The additional information that we garnered from that study showing the ability to impact inflammation in a positive way, and the fact that we showed that even though this is an egg-derived product, even at high doses, the product had no negative effect on serum lipids. We saw that as a basis for MYOS Corporation to move away from simply being an ingredient company for third-party sports nutrition distributors to actually launching our own brand of products. And that's what 2015 is going to be focused on. The introduction of the RE product line is an exciting milestone for the company. That product line will be available to everyone, from the sports nutrition enthusiast to the patient who's being treated for a neurodegenerative disease like multiple sclerosis. And we're excited to be launching a number of additional clinical studies simultaneously to validate the use of the product in a whole host of other applications. And so that's going to be a very important part of 2015. Building on the platform of data we've generated with Fortotropin in the clinic, further enhancing our portfolio of products with organic, internally developed assets, as well as through partnering and other M&A type activity, and then also beginning to exploit our program in biotherapeutics, which is to evaluate some of the small molecule candidates we have in our portfolio as potential drugs for the future.
Dr. Hariri, thank you so much for taking the time of being on the show.
My pleasure. Thank you.
My pleasure, Dr. Robert Hariri, Chairman, MYOS Corporation, MYOS, and the symbol on New York Stock Exchange. Web address, myoscorp.com. And I can't wait to get my hands on this stuff. I'm definitely going to try it myself. All right, we'll be right back on the other side of this break with Enzo Villani of equities.com. Another first for the show. We'll be right back.